Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been seeing all your comments on TikTok asking me for reviews analysis for this one. So today, it's finally happening. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not delay any further and jump right into the details.
Now, let's hear directly from our first reviewer about their experience.
This reviewer was struggling in a heavily congested Wi-Fi environment where his previous dual-band router made the 5 GHz band practically unusable due to interference, drops, and spikes. After switching to this new tri-band router, our reviewer found it to be a complete solution to those problems, describing the performance as virtually collision-free. The standout feature is how this router intelligently manages its different frequency bands. The client stresses the importance of a specific setup to unlock its full potential, using a single network name, SSID, and password across all 3 bands, 2, 4, 5, and 6 GHz. He recommends setting the 2, 4 GHz band to a 20 MHz channel width while leaving the 5 GHz and 6 GHz bands on auto. This configuration allows the router to seamlessly shift devices between bands without any interruption, ensuring the best possible connection. Even when a device isn't capable of using the newest 6E band, it still reaps the benefits of the router's superior architecture. For instance, a gaming console that only supports 5 GHz went from being unplayable on the old network to performing like a dream on this new one, even in the exact same spot. While a device might drop from the 6E band to the 5 GHz band when moving further away or through walls, the connection remains incredibly stable and low latency. The frustrating performance dips and instability of a typical congested 5 GHz network are gone. For optimal coverage, the reviewer also found that placing the unit high up near the ceiling with the antennas positioned vertically works best. The end result is a true set-it-and-forget-it experience that provides a rock-solid connection, which is especially noticeable for latency-sensitive activities like gaming.
Cool, let's uncover what our next reviewer has to say.
This reviewer had a frustrating experience with their previous internet setup. After upgrading to a 1 GB connection a few years ago to support a growing number of devices at home, they were stuck with a subpar router provided by their ISP. Despite having theoretically fast internet, the actual Wi-Fi speeds were consistently low and the connection was unreliable. The router would frequently display errors, leaving the household without internet access despite showing a strong Wi-Fi signal. Our reviewer went through multiple replacements of the same model of router, each failing in short order with the same frustrating issues. Finally, after getting the go-ahead from a technician, they decided to take matters into their own hands and purchase a new router from a different brand. After doing some research into newer Wi-Fi standards, this client decided to invest in a cutting-edge router with 6E capability. They were particularly impressed by the price and positive reviews of this particular model, which seemed to offer comparable features and range to more expensive options. The setup process was incredibly simple, essentially plug-and-play. Within minutes, the device was up and running. What really blew them away was the dramatic improvement in internet speeds. Their Ethernet-connected desktop finally achieved the speeds they were paying for, and after a quick network reset on their phone, Wi-Fi speeds there were also significantly boosted. Laptops in the house also saw noticeable improvements. Initially, this client felt confident that this new piece of tech would be a much more reliable solution than the routers it replaced. And years later, our reviewer is still using it, and it has remained issue-free with no headaches or regrets.
Fantastic. Now, let's see what insights our next reviewer has to offer.
This reviewer recently purchased this wireless router and wanted to share their experience. While it ultimately works rather well, the initial setup process proved to be more complicated than anticipated. The router wasn't a simple plug-and-play device. The reviewer couldn't connect to the router's gateway using their desktop computer, and had to resort to using a smartphone and the associated app to scan a QR code before gaining access to all of its features. They also found the initial warm-up time to be unusually long and cautioned against pressing any buttons other than the power switch. The setup process took a couple of hours. The reviewer suspects that the extended setup time might be related to their existing T-Mobile 5G home internet setup. They connect to T-Mobile's service through a different device, which acts as the primary Wi-Fi source. Despite the complicated beginning, the router offers more features than expected. The reviewer has noticed that their latency ping is lower when using this router compared to their original T-Mobile setup, though they also experience a slight reduction in speed. This makes the router preferable for gaming due to the lower latency. The reviewer also points out that the 6 GHz band is only available for devices that support Wi-Fi 6. After a few days of use, the reviewer reports that the device remains stable and only gets warm. They recommend this router for those looking for an affordable way to upgrade to Wi-Fi 6E capability. However, they note that the 6 antennas and large power brick can be a bit cumbersome. They also suggest that users might want to use a Wi-Fi analyzer app to see how crowded the bands are and make a change in the configuration to a less crowded channel for optimal performance. The fact that so many neighbors are using the same bandwidth is causing slower speeds for the client.
And that's a wrap. If this video was helpful, like and subscribe. Got questions? Let's chat in the comments. See you soon.